Hello there everyone and welcome back. I have made it to the Gold Division and hell, as you're probably already noticing, we got a brand new different background music and just background image to enjoy. Since I have played a little bit since I did my last stream, and it definitely feels like it's been forever since we did some more ranked multiplayer. I made it into the Gold Division last time even, and we played around with Roosviet a little bit too. And there was even a tournament that occurred over the weekend that sadly I was not able to take part of. Unfortunately, but from what I've seen, there was a lot of Saxony, there was a lot of Roosviet. So, I don't expect, well, if a lot of people watch that, then I'm expecting we're going to be encountering a lot of them. I'm going to expect, although Polonia did pretty well win rate wise, but I think that's mainly because they chose Polonia for the specific maps, which I think was Oil Spill. I don't know if that's the case or not. But they were played the least and they had the highest win rate as a result of that. So it was pretty much a specialist pick, but I can't remember what the win rates were for the other two. But needless to say, the artillery mech for, the Nakovania and just the Saxony Tilt-A-Whirl mech with the, it's basically the equivalent of the StarCraft 1 Reaver, kind of were the most predominant mechs, so we will see if I can somehow learn to deal with them. Probably not, since I don't think there's a whole lot of people playing the multiplayer at the moment. Since this is kind of the middle of the week and it's definitely a later evening for me, which is in the middle of the night, if not early morning, for most of the Europeans and the Asian group. So, this may not be a very exciting stream, I won't lie, since we may not get very many opponents. That's going to be a bit of a growing problem if I'm going to try and continue with my progression through with Iron Harvest. I probably can only realistically get matches in over on the weekend. Until more content and more sales come out for the game, and maybe then you'll have a nice healthy player base. But as it stands now, this may not be the best time for doing said streams, and this is coming from someone who's been through this before with Battlefleet Gothic. Either way, if we can get some good matches in, I'll be happy, but I don't think I'll be in the mood of streaming for 2 hours if we don't get very many matches in. But we will see what happens. Last week we basically got rapid fire of queues in with almost no wait. But at the same time I think that was with me being in the Silver Division, which I don't know how much that affects the matchmaking at all, since I don't think I really gained that much difference in the MMR or the season rating. Otherwise, I have been working and trying to figure out my hotkeys a little bit, trying to readjust them slightly, but it's still a process of trying to figure it out. Because infantry, if nothing else, are going to be the most fluid, and the ones that I'm going to be switching around are control groups a little bit. Since I'm constantly going to be retreating with them, I'm constantly going to have them being repositioned, and that's where I'm going to have the most confusion and most difficulty, I think. At least managing my groups, so I don't accidentally tell a group that's in a fortified position to kind of run across the map when I was hoping to get the ones that are reinforcing and healing back at the base to kind of defend from a snipe or a decap from one of my resource nodes. I don't really know what else to say there. I just want to dive in this match and work from there. Since like I said, I did tried to work on my hotkeys a little bit, as clearly we can tell with the medals and all that. I have been fooling around with the AI and skirmishes a little bit, just to at least keep playing this game. Since I only been playing this game maybe half an hour, 45 minutes at a time, and I don't feel like that justifies a stream to my liking, especially when I don't know if I'm going to get matches, or at least very quick matches. But hopefully, once we get this first match in, the rest should be pretty quick, or at least a little more rapid fire. It just might mean I may end up facing off against the same opponent repeatedly, kind of like we did last time. Although to be fair, was it that easy CPU fella I think it was? It was kind of a best of 3 there. They beat me in at least the second match with their dang Reserve 2 push. And I kind of applied with what I learned there to at least win that potential best of 3 if it was like a tournament or something. And then we learned quite an important nuance with the dang cover system. If they're not able to shoot me, they almost never expose themselves, and unless I have a high ground vantage point or something working in my favor, I could just shoot at them for several minutes and do absolutely no damage to them, which can make playing as Polania a little bit awkward for me, because it means I either need to break their defenses with a grenade, or try and flank them, or try and attack from a different angle, which could be problematic, since that means I'm leaving troops that are fortified that I can't damage, to just rush up and steal my points when I move elsewhere. So it's a little bit to consider and keep in mind. And it has been basically a week since I last did some streaming, or at least multiplayer. So it's entirely likely that this first match or 2 might be a bit rough, while I try and get used to dealing with the pressure of having to manage everything. But my time with the skirmish bots has been deliberate a little bit. Like I said, I've been trying to figure out the hotkeys, trying to make it a little more fluid, so that way it's a little more seamless. Ideally though, I think I want to be a little more proactive with switching control groups if I'm repositioning my infantry some. And I don't know if I look forward to this map or not, because a lot of the strategy is to just barbed wire the bridge on the island. I don't know how I feel about that, how problematic it might be for me. And I don't know who you are. I feel like I may have encountered you before, but Rusviet. We dealt with Rusviet before, but it's a question if I remembered what I did. And Double Gunner. I can work with this since my Strasniks are technically faster than their gunners, so if I'm aware of them, they may not have to engage the gunners at all, while being a presence on the map.
Command established.
What is it? Moving.
We'll put these to good use.
I don't really want to get the oil, but I think to grab the grenade pack I might have to do it. Since again, the barbed wiring is kind of predominant, but I would love to just try and aggressively grab these oils and all that too if I can. But with that said, let's try our aggressive play on their half the map.
You name it, we'll build it.
We'll try it at least.
What is it?
Because so far nothing's been grabbed. So you know what that probably means.
Look sharp now. Rearing rifleman.
And I'm watching for any resource nodes and anything being stolen.
Don't mind if we do.
Nothing's taken yet, they went right over to the right. That doesn't really surprise me.
What is it?
We've got company.
You name it, we'll build it. Get them! Stay sharp!
Uh-huh.
So yeah, as you can see there, they try to steal the reserves from me, so
The more, the better.
that just means I could steal all this from them, and hopefully work from there.
What can we do?
Grenadiers, standing by.
It finally! Over there!
Just shoot them, cripple them,
Look sharp
and
now.
see maybe about stealing their nodes on their
Riflemen
half the
ready to
map.
protect the motherland. Got it.
We're ready!
I want to just throw a grenade,
Let
but
them have it!
I think the
Move!
important thing is to just destroy the barbed wire in the
Kill them
middle.
fast! What's the plan?
What can we do?
Come on.
Rearing
Okay, there we go.
resources first.
Barbed wire is, I think, destroyed. They're rebuilding though, so let's keep that in mind.
Yeah? We'll do it.
What's the plan?
What is it?
And I will have to get nodes pretty soon, but
Make it quick!
can I get
On
up
the
there?
move!
Okay, I can.
Got it!
So that's convenient.
That'll help.
So the barbed wire strategy did
Yes?
not pay off.
Heads Heads up. All right.
Ah, dang it. Oh well.
Let's go.
That's a big loss. That's a big deal there to mess that up, but killing their workers probably better.
Got it. Leading the
Riflemen
way.
here to defend the Republic.
New orders
Ready
for us?
for action.
Yeah.
We're taking fire!
Alright. So get up there, provide support.
We're ready. Move.
Thankfully, I did not throw grenades, but that is a lot of damage.
Uh-huh. Follow us.
And I need
Fine.
more
New
iron,
orders
which
for us? Let's go.
I think we can do in a moment. Actually, grab the iron over here,
We'll
since
do it.
that is well overdue.
What is it? Sounds good. Fire.
I got all the reserves on the middle of the map, so I like to think my income is
Look
on
sharp
the
now.
positive.
It's right here.
Just because I never got any iron mines, because I dislike going over to the right,
Yeah.
it does not benefit me.
Looks like a good spot. They're shooting at us.
And we'll have reinforcements there in a moment. We'll grab the iron mine there. Gotta watch for a grenade though.
Yes. To engage. Yes. Right away.
Alright, so that destroyed your own cover there. I'm fine with that.
Orders for us? Keeping their heads down. Yeah. Get to cover.
And you can steal node, and that will be short-lived.
Yes. Got it.
We're ready to do whatever Polania requires.
So, only thing I don't like about this is how late my iron mines are, but considering, as you just saw, they were trying to steal
Is it?
my iron, that may have been worth it. Or at least my grenade pack is what I mean to say.
The more, the better.
Fall in.
Because the amount of damage we've done is probably really good.
Orders. Moving to cover.
More iron sharp Polania.
Yes. Moving.
Over there. How many?
Ready for
Now
action.
let's...
For us? Multiple enemies here.
Get to cover.
So we have reinforcements here. I am a bit slower, so I'm gonna need reinforcements.
Contact. On the move. Orders.
More volunteers.
Uh-huh.
Yes.
We've
We're
taken
ready.
the position.
Hurry. What's the plan?
Building upgrade complete.
Leading the way.
Standing by.
Okay, I can shoot you. I can harass you, and I have grenades.
Quickly. Yes. Sounds good.
Yeah, I'm doing a bad job controlling this, even though I should just straight up win this battle.
All right.
Make it quick.
We've got company.
That will change in a moment, though.
Get back to safety. Orders. Oh, back and regroup.
Something done.
So you go over there, keep an eye on reserves, which I'll have that pretty soon.
Extraction is ongoing.
And that's a lot of oil, which I can afford.
It's mine What can upgrade. we do?
So I'll be able to afford my reserve ones pretty soon.
Go now.
Enemy
And I
units
do have grenades still.
Look sharp now. Riflemen regrouping.
More sandbags to fill.
I just gotta be ready
Yes.
for...
Riflemen reinforced and ready.
Yep.
Multiple
You orders for
enemies
us?
here.
Oh, that's not.
Need a second. Let's go.
I can grenade still, so that helps some.
Spotted.
Make it quick. Hurry.
I want to keep damaging him. Get ready for reserve one. Steal a point there.
What's the plan? Finally.
And let's see.
What is it? Sounds good.
Get you going over there and reinforce.
Take cover.
Reserve forces have
I don't have grenadiers though, so...
Building upgrade complete.
This way.
Alright, that's fine. Let's get the I don't really need the gunners, but it's extra firepower, I guess.
Area clear.
Better use cover.
Taking ammo.
How can I serve Polania?
Orders for us.
Moving.
We could push up steel reserves,
We've got their attention.
hopefully,
Yeah. What is
and
it?
could see about flanking, but gotta be ready that they're gonna try and flank me too, but we can fix that. Take Anna over where they can fight, and actually I could just destroy his cover, so that works out. Oh no, that won't destroy a cover, but it's good enough. That's one squad down. And it's just getting pop shots there, pretty much for free. But I'm just being negated. Just go and murder them. Okay, I could deal with them, I just am going to take a lot of damage, so let's be mindful of that.
Headed that way.
And let's upgrade the oil, because that's what's lacking at the moment.
Standing by.
I can do that.
Nope, Strasnik's not doing anything. Oh, they just retreat.
Someone over there.
New orders for us? We'll do it.
Steal the points.
Grenadiers ready.
Be mindful that they're gonna have Olga up pretty soon, or at least they should.
What can we do?
What's the plan then?
And I'll need the iron if I want to afford my workshop. Yeah, and I go faster than the gunners, so I could theoretically kill him, but only if I can keep chasing him.
Can I get them? Hurry! Tell me! Be careful!
Yeah, they don't like me stealing the points, so
So load the grenades.
get everyone in cover
Building upgrade complete.
Kinda busy!
and be ready for their push.
What's the plan? On the move.
Yes?
Ah, dang it, I still didn't neutralize that, really? I was willing to just accept the decap, but it wasn't even that.
New orders for us?
Orders. Get back to safety.
What is it? That will give us cover.
Right away!
Oh, Anna's in a bad spot. Wojtek's down. But I need to neutralize points to make this really worth it.
Sharp now.
You
Enemies.
name it, we'll
Looks
build
like
it.
a lot of them.
Yes. Make it. Contact.
Okay, I have upgrades.
Go to cover.
What you need, I'll get there.
We're ready.
That grenade's a bad throw, isn't it? But I do have battle cry.
We're taking fire.
And because of the barbed wiring, I'm going to be in a lot of trouble right here.
Careful! This'll put them
And the gunners are just wrecking me already.
It's the squad.
Hurry!
Enemy spotted.
Nope, I lost my grenadiers, so that's not worth it. This is about to snowball really badly with 3 gunner squads.
Rifles back from the front. Yes? That will
And I
give us
don't have a
cover.
grenadier anymore, just to kind of deal with the barbed wiring and all.
Ascend building. Bishop reporting.
New orders for us?
Keeping our heads down.
But I can keep shooting though, so long as they're in range. They didn't upgrade. Well, upgrades are not significant here, but I can deal with you pretty easily.
With distance. Enemy unit
I'm
spotted.
listening.
Orders.
Oh, I do have grenadiers, so let's see about fixing that.
Enemy is capturing a strategic position.
How can
Fall
I...
in.
No sitting around.
Rifleman.
Equipping rifles.
Rifle squad reinforced. New orders for us?
So,
Yes?
What you need?
let's try and harass them. Be mindful of Olga, but
Enemy is capturing our pump.
Olga took a... No, Olga healed up, so...
Hurry!
There's
Right
nothing
away!
Polanian riflemen can't handle.
Right.
Rifles back from the front.
Ready to move.
Multiple enemies spotted.
How can I help?
Come on, you stinking thing. I thought you were running to freedom, but I guess not. And sadly, they're just cheesing right there because there's 2 separate barbed wirings, so can't do anything about that.
Unit has become veteran.
What's next? Let's go.
But they are losing focus, and
The enemy
the
is
grenade did
capturing
its thing, but
strategic
that doesn't
position.
mean much yet.
Looks like the last.
Hurry!
Preparing to engage.
Orders. We'll
More
get them.
volunteers.
I have a lot of oil now. I just
Yeah.
need to figure out what to do with it,
Let's go.
and I need iron mines if I want to best use that.
Multiple enemies here.
Right away.
Kinda busy!
They're all retreating, so this is an opportunity to just grab
Ready for
points.
action.
Enemies. Looks like a lot of them.
Right away. Yes.
Yes?
And of course, I selected the wrong group, so that does.
What you need?
Ready.
What's next?
Quickly.
Moving.
Can I cripple some of them while they're isolated? Because you can repair our Strasnik. Because again, they are retreated, so I have a bit of breathing room.
Like Yannick showed me.
And if I can cripple these gunners, that'd be great, but that wasn't all that impressive with only 1 hit.
Kinda busy! I'll get there.
I'm ready to go. They want no one. What you need? Here.
This pump
That structure is being attacked.
Yeah, this is a bad engagement for me, I'm pretty certain, but I stole the oil.
Grenadiers ready. Engaging enemy. Almost ready.
Let's just pull everyone back. I think we did enough damage for now.
Enemy
Nope, they still destroyed the Strasnik. I thought it got out, but maybe I didn't tell it to retreat.
We've lost a squad. Ready to go.
So what squad just died?
This'll put them down.
Well, that was a terrible shot, I'm afraid to say, because you didn't actually hit anything.
What can we do?
Orders? Yes. You name it, we'll
What
build
you
it.
need? I'll check it out.
Come on, you can run.
I'm taking hits. Come on.
You took heavy hits there in that regard, but
Multiple enemies spotted. See you there.
Orders for us?
Fall in.
I do need to start pushing forward and
Ready.
okay, grenades are back up, so let's see about finishing
Moving.
dealing with the barbed wiring.
Got it, tank. We're under attack. Move you. Enemy unit spotted.
And hopefully then we can use that for an opportunity when I push with 3 of these guys.
Spotted.
Grenadiers ready.
Building upgrade complete. More blood.
I don't know. I told you to attack move, but okay.
Enemy unit spotted.
I am just getting my units killed there.
Let's go. Right away.
Taking fire here. Grenade away. Understood. We'll get there quick.
Tell me. On it.
Alright, let's try and take advantage of this and
Follow us.
see if we can punish them somehow.
Come here,
Look
boy.
sharp now.
Did something break?
Because I'm about to get
What is it?
Soufs. They have a Nako, which we'll have to be ready for. Which is why I would like the Shimawis to help deal with.
We'll build it.
Orders for us? Yes. Sounds good.
Uh-huh.
And almost all my infantry are on the right side, so I have no defense in the middles,
New recruits.
What's
which
next?
can very easily cost me.
New orders for us? For Polania! Order, Fezaya! Ready for action. Yes! It's awesome! Kill them, Kill them quickly! Open fire! Orders!
Now just watch for the grenades.
Let them have it! You've got company!
Although, let's see, can we kill Olga? Because she's about to die right now.
Other way.
No, you're shooting at the tiger, but that works.
Fall back!
Something keeping our heads down. Arming Polania.
Yeah. On my way.
You have orders? It's not too far.
Alright, so they're being overwhelmed, so that's good there.
Yeah? Looks like the last of them. New orders for us?
And Souf, you're about to get your gunners, but I wonder if gunners are even worth it at the moment, since they don't... Well, they do have the Nako, but I need to be able to harass it.
Looks like a lot of them.
Yes?
Can I decap is the big thing.
New orders for us?
Orders?
Yes?
Rifles
go.
back from the front.
We're under fire!
Because gunners aren't all that scary, but they could just intrude a bit.
What you need, I'll get there.
I did decap, so
Standing by.
it's enough.
Taking all recruits.
Armored transport checking in. Wherever you need me. Keep shooting. Moving.
What's next?
Yeah?
Tell me. I see a bunch of them.
Ready.
Rifleman ready.
Now, this would be a good sniper shot if I hit most of them. It looks like I'll only hit 1 or 2. Dang it. This is what I get for not paying attention. So you're just gonna die a horrible death there.
Sandbags to fill.
Workshop reporting.
I can field gun, but my Souf might die in a moment. I'm more worried about the Nakos getting their level up,
Ready to build armor.
You name it.
because that was a bit of a waste of a heavy mech when I was hoping to push up on them.
What is it?
But I think I can actually damage it from here.
No other way.
It looks like I can, but it's not gonna let me, is it? Nope.
Orders!
I'm being teased.
Tell me. Quickly.
And they rebought Olga, which is pretty decent for me.
Like Yannick.
Armored transport checking in.
Standing by. Get us good authority.
Preparing to engage! Down! Quickly!
I'm listening.
Give it to him!
Nako is not doing anything. I need to repair my suits. Actually, I have the resources for this. I gotta keep in mind of their lack of field guns. Alright, retreat. I should have battle cried with you sooner, to be fair, but we are wrecking them so far.
Need something done?
The enemy is capturing a strategic position.
We do need to do damage to Nako, though, which is going to be easier said than done with a lack of anti-armor. But that's kind of what the soups are for, if I can get them over here in time.
Enemy is halfway to victory. No sitting around.
And oh, I'm building units so I can't actually upgrade. So I kind of... Ooh, you might actually just lose the Nako right now. That is fine by me. They might lose the objective, but they're losing a lot of resources. Be mindful of the dang cannons. So mortars, do your thing, kill the crew off. And you help deal with them and retaking the point while we pressure them.
What's next? I'll get there.
I don't think I can damage it the best because I can't really tell my gunners to shoot at a proper target. But I have a lot of power still.
My good boy. What I have worked just fine.
Now what's... Okay, your health is fine. Just occupy Olga the best you can. Since sadly, my gunners are not really hitting the Nako. And dang it, she's down. I would like to... they're not even shooting at the Nako, which is a little unfortunate. I probably could have just ejected them, to be fair. But
To go, Vortex.
we did some good damage.
We'll do it.
I feel like that was still a good exchange for me.
Here.
Although... Oh, we still destroyed the Nako. It just goes to show that they just refuse to shoot at it.
Yeah. Riflemen reinforced and ready.
The enemy is capturing a
Alright, you're
strategic
capturing the
position.
point, that's fine.
Fire.
But because of how much...
Units is now
Nope. Just decap and run. That's the plan.
Listening. Acknowledged.
That was
We've lost a strategic position.
And that feels
They
better.
took too much damage for that to hopefully be worth it. Especially if now I have a window to just steal these points on the side. And this is the perfect opportunity for the turret.
More sandbags
Since
to
that's
there's
just...
room
Nope.
for all of us. We'll do no time.
Let's just repair everything.
Yes.
Well, Olga took a beating,
Yes.
to say the least.
Uh-huh.
Now I just got to
Down, boys.
What can we
reinforce those that are actually here.
Moving. Everybody squeeze in.
Gunners ready. Keeping our heads down.
Yeah, these are all gunners. I could deal with them almost single-handedly, especially once you come and join.
I'm listening. On my way.
There is a field gun, is it? So you could do some noteworthy damage. And I have enough reason. I do need more engineers if I want to speed up this repair process.
Yes. Yeah.
So you go over there.
Spotted.
You guys support.
Move it.
We are just winning this fight.
The enemy is capturing a strategic
Okay, you grab that
position.
point, that's fine, but I just need to be prepared for
Plan then. It'll be good as new.
when you eventually go down here. Because the turret just holds the middle while I spread out.
New orders for us?
We've lost a strategic position.
I'm fine with that
This mine is
for
ours.
now.
Uh-huh. Let's go. Yeah? Moving.
Can I grab the oil and deny them their
To build armor.
units?
Fall in.
Do I get reserves too or not? To just try and get more supply. It always feels terrible to be put in this position, but right now,
Deploying reserve.
I like to say I'm in a really good spot. I just need to... I just gotta repair my suits so that way my turret doesn't feel very fragile if they have a big push incoming.
Obliterate Polania's foes.
Because this can wreck all their gunners, so long as I see them.
To new location.
Heads up. Enemy here.
I've got him.
Ready for battle.
Alright, you know what to do, right?
In there.
Okay, I guess not. I guess you don't know what to do.
Yeah?
Reserve forces have arrived.
How can I...
Reserve forces have arrived? You mean none of them. None of my reserve forces have arrived.
Our veterans. Position in new location.
Huh? Let's go. Got it. What is it? Sounds good.
Kinda busy. Stay.
Alright, Anne, you could do a lot of damage right here, and the turret can just wreck them. You only hit one.
Out of the way. Crush them all.
This is a good way to power level my turret, at least. Because they're already running scared.
New orders for us?
Leading the way.
Tell me.
Uh-huh.
So just steal all the resources.
Hi ho.
Start upgrading some of them, even though it's not really needed. And I can't afford
Most
another turret until something dies.
Harry. To safety.
Nope. I kind of left Anne kind of isolated, but she is rank 3.
Yeah?
Save some for us.
And the suits are here, so perfect. You can be my wall. And you could just fire, and hopefully some of these shots will hit them. If not, this big shot will. And even if they focus it down, just put the soup in the way, and hopefully that helps deal with the problem some.
ready to build armor. Building upgrade complete.
And the Mosny is here. So you come on up, join the fray. Yeah, they're just crippled right now. These gunners are pretty much nothing at this point. How's that for a triple kill?
Ready to obliterate Polania's foes.
I think now we can finish this off. They have no resource nodes. They literally conceded, so I think it's safe to say we have this in the bag. It was a little rough at first, because they did have, like, the island for a ridiculously long time, but I did not tunnel vision away from it, or at least I didn't abandon the dang island, even though they were doing that dang barbed wire shenanigans. I just kept an eye on the grenade cooldown and just kept bombing them, and eventually it did pay off. Because they did not really prepare for 3 infantry push up on the island when it did succeed. It's when I only had a single infantry go in there, that's when it failed abysmally every time. Especially Anna, who just focused down Olga, and at least make them really scared that she might die quickly when the precision shot takes out like almost a third or half her health. But that was a good start. I would argue that it still was sloppy, but it's a good start. Now it's just a question, do we get the same opponent again? Because we were waiting a few minutes there. Again, I don't know how many matches I realistically will have here, but if at least we can get a couple here, that'd be nice. Because I want more. I was kind of wondering maybe my opponent will re-queue and I face off against them again, but they may have been in a different division, which is probably why I had to wait 5 minutes for them. Where I had to kind of wait for the matchmaking to kind of broaden out a bit. Hopefully though this game has some legs, because they have little bits of content coming every week. There's going to be a new update tomorrow, I believe. And it remains to be seen what they have in mind for next month, since they already announced they're going to do some change to their barbed wiring for next month. And with Black Friday, hopefully there's enough there to get a lot of people into this game. since it was pretty pricey to start with. It already had a 10% sale and then a 20% sale like last week, I think. So, with that and potentially Black Friday, either a 25-30% sale, that should hopefully alleviate a lot of the concern that people have with the price point. And hopefully that makes the game. At least that gives it the healthy player base, because then there should be enough balancing to help smooth out the rough spots. The barbed wiring in theory should be dealt with if what they announced takes root. I don't know what exactly they have in mind. People have been talking about wire cutters for the engineers. So we'll see if they go with that, a wider bridge, or something else. Because if I can constantly keep breaking their barbed wiring, that will eventually cost them over time. Maybe not very much, especially when they only need like a single barbed wiring to knock or keep me from going across the bridge, but it's still a bit of iron that could hurt them if they have to keep replacing it. The problem is with grenades, basically the best way to deal with them is on a 2-minute cooldown, for crying out loud, so it's not really the best solution when they can just very easily just put the barbed wiring down again, and me not being able to do enough damage or interrupt them enough to really stop that, even if my grenadiers are literally right there after bombing it. It always makes me second guess my strategy on being very aggressive on the map, trying to harass them and steal their supply item, or was it the supply caches? Since, in theory, I can't stop them from grabbing iron and ore. So it's a question of, can I do enough damage to force them to retreat, or at least win that battle, so that way maybe I have the map control to steal all the supply caches on the map, as well as slow down their ability to grab the resource nodes. That's the main reason why I would like to be aggressive, especially since Polania rely heavily on the hit and run, doing light damage, bit by bit, hitting what's isolated. They're not really meant to fight head on, at least not until the Sufs or the Turs come into play, since they're really the only thing with durability that Polania even has. And even then, the Suf's really tricky to use aggressively just because you can't focus the gunners or the infantry to shoot at the target you want. So, what I seen in the tournament is they just disembark the crew and then just use the Suf as a wall to kind of block the shots while the gunners go after the main target you want. And that could have helped me there if I had thought of it and really was diligent on trying to manage that. Because in all honesty, I thought my position was enough to have the gunners shoot at the Nakovania. But apparently they were shooting at the gunners that were maybe underneath it. I don't know what else they were shooting at in all honesty, with the position I kind of gave them. Oh well. We'll see if 5 minutes is the magic number or not, since I had to wait 5 minutes before. So long as it's not ridiculous, because I seen, well, of course, this isn't really the best time for the most active players after all. Since again, this is later evening, so realistically, my opponents are probably other North Americans. And with me being on kind of the East Coast, most of those Americans are also busy having their dinner right now, having their food. So, it's normally just me against more East Coasters, and I don't know how many Americans are playing this game. Since it seems like what I've been seeing is that most of my adversaries with Armada 2 and other games have mostly been Europeans, perhaps. So I kind of am forced to work along their schedule, which ultimately means I need to stream more on the weekend, which can be really hard to do, especially in the afternoon. Well. It is still a win. It wasn't terrible. I did some really sloppy plays like getting my Shimali killed, though. I thought I did a attack move instead of just a regular move or attacking an individual target. and then ended up running forward into what, 3 gunners, which of course should not happen. The Shimawi can actually outrange and I think even reverses faster than the gunners. So if I micromanage that properly, I don't even think the gunners can realistically hit it, outside maybe 1 or 2 occasionally. And with the splash damage, with how clumped up those gunners consistently were, that is a lot of damage I could do with just a single Shimawi. It's just a shame I didn't feel comfortable getting a second one before teching up, because that would be a lot of damage, crippling them pretty quickly. I just can't remember how big the splash damage is for the Shimawi. Well. I'm also wondering if it's at all possible, of playing a little bit more Rusviet too. I only played the 1 match. They're the other faction I would like to play as, since they are so aggressive and ideally want to be in your face, which kind of appeals to what I'm trying to do, what my strategy revolves around. The only difference, of course, is the Polania forces can't really stick or commit to a fight, whereas Rusviet kind of want to. It's almost fatal for them to try and poke and prod. They have to commit to a fight that ideally they know they're going to win, or at least gain something out of it when the opponent's forced to back off and lose ground, like grabbing a resource node or something. Whereas Polania, where I try to be aggressive, I like to be as far forward as I can, so that way I have more space to kind of fall back without really risking any of my resource points being stolen. It's really tricky to do on that snow map. I forget what it's called, dang it. And there's no way to actually check it while we're in the queue here either. Urban Paradise. I actually do enjoy this map. It takes a little bit of getting used to though with all the dang buildings and the leapfrog potential we have, but we got ourselves a match. We will see what happens. Uh-oh, mirror match. So this really makes me question if I want to get aggressive or not. Because if I give them any free shots, then unless I have amazing positional advantage, I probably don't want to commit to that. And it looks like they're preparing for my double Strasnik, so heavy machine gunner can suck. I just gotta remember to actually build a gunner squad in preparation for my reserve one, maybe. Because the Strasniks cannot deal with that.
Establishing field command. Stand by. Command established.
Orders for us? Fine. We'll do it.
I would like to be aggressive, but we'll have to see where exactly they go for that to really stick.
More sandbags to fill?
So grab the oil and we'll see if we can somehow rob this oil from them. But again, it depends on whether they grab this iron mine right away or not. Because I might be able to get away with it. Well, maybe not if they get the oil. We will have to see.
That will give us cover.
Because so far nothing's been taken. So they're going very hard on the resource points.
We've captured the mine.
What is it?
You name it,
New
we'll
orders
build
for
it.
us?
Can I get away with this? Or if I could just shoot them, that'd be great. Assuming they're going for the oil.
Sounds good. We've got. Let's go.
Okay, I have the high ground, so any free shots is amazing here.
You have orders?
I forgot to get my infantry, which could cost me, but that was 3 free full salvos, so I think I'm okay with that. Where are they going?
Moving.
Keeping our heads down.
Yeah, I was wondering if I could push up aggressively, but I can't.
Looks like the last of them.
What's the plan then?
Look sharp now.
So can't grab that
Right
oil
here.
unless
Uh-huh.
I can
Sounds
poke
good.
and see if they backed
Don't
off.
mind if we
Nope.
do. And let's go. Looks like a good spot.
So I can't really poke up. I just gotta keep an eye out for what they have in mind.
More sandbags to fill?
What can we do?
My second infantry squad is late though, which could be a pain.
We
Look
can
sharp
build
now.
more with this iron.
Rally point
Enemy.
set.
Need something
Rifleman ready.
just
More
there.
sandbags to fill.
It was rather comfy. We'll have shelter in here.
What's the
Okay.
plan then?
Can you actually shoot? No, you can't.
Stick together. Having a look around. Headed that way.
What is it? Get open fire!
Alright, so I guess we're gonna have to go this way.
New orders for us?
Upgrade to oil.
Fall in.
You have ordered gladly. Right, moving to cover. What's the plan
What is
then?
And see if we could pressure over here. Although,
Enemy here.
We'll do it.
they're gonna grab resource points, so. And I just win this fight over here, so that's not a problem.
Fine.
Look sharp now. Engineers assembling.
Yeah, without a doubt I should win this fight because of the damage they already took. And they just lost one of their gunners too.
Follow us. Get to cover. We've got
Spot more
company!
sandbags to fill?
Orders? Give it to him! Get them! Over there! Go!
You have orders?
Building upgrades complete.
For Bologna!
Quickly! For
What
Bologna!
can we do?
What is it?
So they're stealing points, but we're basically on even footing because... Oh, got it. Dang it!
Over there! Keeping your heads
I had to look away from that, but the engineers are still fine. I have all 5 of my infantry, so they can't fight me back.
Engineers ready to go to Earth.
It's simply what it means. It's simply what it comes down to.
That'll
You name it, we'll build it. It won't build itself.
Another foothold for beautiful Polania.
Now let's open fire! Let's get inside. There's give it to him!
And that's a flamethrower, which I don't really want, honestly.
And there goes
Look sharp now.
New orders for us? That will give us cover.
Fall in.
We've got their attention now.
Yes? Orders? Let's get inside.
Enemies! Let's go!
Alright, just retreat. So 3 of their squads are over there.
Moving.
I have 1
Get to
victory
cover.
point.
Uh-huh. Leading the way.
Building
I am gonna get outnumbered. But that is still... we didn't really kill any of them, though, despite how promising that looks.
There's room for everyone.
Unless
Looks like a good spot. Yeah?
I need reinforcements, so
That will give us cover. Quickly! Go, go!
back up.
multiple enemies spotted. New recruits.
I gotta remember to get gunners in preparation for their heavy machine gun.
What is it? We've got company! Take cover! Yeah?
Need something
And
done?
sadly, the AI doesn't recognize that I built a barracks, so... But I do have a good high ground vantage point, which
Room for everyone.
should be really good here.
Ready to blow something up.
On the way. No point in staying out here. Orders? Yes. Cover.
We've lost a strategic position.
Over there. They're shooting
Now,
at us.
gotta be mindful of them pushing over on the right flank.
More sandbags to fill?
I don't have grenadiers, I am outnumbered a tiny bit. And I also want to upgrade this oil, since I'll be waiting a little bit for it. But I have better damage. They did steal all 3 points though, so this could be problematic. But again, damage is in my favor.
You have a target?
I just gotta capitalize on it somehow.
Over there. Go. Got it. We'll do it.
Multiple enemies here.
Get to cover. Yes. Got it. We are listening. A little protection.
So maybe you can...
Quiet. Understood. Keeping our heads down. Orders.
Okay, that's no surprise there.
Open fire.
Come on, I just want you to shoot the barbed wiring flank, but you're not gonna do it, are you?
Uh-huh. Kill these bastards. They're shooting at us.
Building upgrade
Plan done?
complete.
Engineers do it better.
Quickly.
Alright, scare them off. Maybe get another couple of kills if you can. Although that's bad angle.
Go, go.
And steal their oil,
What can we do?
since they neglected that.
Our heads down.
Nope, I can't, so just retreat.
Taking the position.
Yeah. Looks like a good spot. Uh-huh.
Fall in.
I can steal or at least decap the point here.
Reserve.
I have gunners, but I don't have you in a control group, which is a bit of a problem.
What is improved position?
So group 3 is the center group.
More sandbags to fill?
Engineers the left group.
Yes. Yeah.
And they did get to oil there.
New orders for us?
So I think I could...
Fire.
Ready!
I don't think I can cap it in time.
What can we do?
especially if they throw a grenade.
Unit spotted. Reserve forces have arrived.
And Anne is just up right now.
My guns are ready. We've got their attention now.
Nope.
Multiple enemies spotted.
I'm not gonna get it, sadly, but I did decap it, which is something.
Gunners ready.
Yes! We're under fire! Orders for us? Leading the way. Orders!
Moving.
I'm listening. Right. Looks like a safe spot.
Stражник, ready to move.
The enemy is captured.
So you're not gonna do a lot of damage, but hopefully one good cannon shot's all you need to kind of interrupt their progress.
A structure is being attacked. The enemy is capturing a strategic position.
Rifleman reinforced.
The enemy is capturing a strategic position. Enemy
So I gotta keep in mind I have a heavy machine gun in the gunner squad. So we can't get careless with our Strasniks.
Yeah? Follow up.
Find a busy! Sure thing. I can do that. Better use cover.
And let's get one of our Strasniks over there. Although, again, I just said I don't want you getting super aggressive in case.
Enemies over here.
Let's keep moving.
How can I help? Every shot counts. Get him, boy. Whatever helps. Shooting!
Enemy unit spotted.
Nope, gunner. I didn't want you over there, but if anyone's gonna take shots, it might as well be you, right?
To fill. Speed it out!
And let's see, upgrade to Iron Mine. I know I was planning to earlier.
Stражник, ready to move. Best not sit around.
Keeping our heads down.
Now watch for the grenades.
Get right
A
away!
unit has become veteran.
I can do that.
Yes. We are under attack.
Okay, we are sort of winning this fight so far.
My guns are ready.
We kill. Oh, they have a gunner squad, so back up. Take advantage of your superior mobility.
Stражник, ready. My guns are ready.
Workshop reporting.
What can we do?
Here we.
Orders! Nothing! Yes!
Alright, we're gonna have to crisis manage this and get our squads strengthen our squads a bit.
Move!
Building upgrade complete.
can I help?
Multiple enemies spotted.
Nope. I figured you'd keep shooting when I told you to attack move, but
The enemy is
you're,
capturing a strategic position.
that was not worth it. Sadly, I cannot punish that
Let's go.
since I didn't have my own Anna nearby.
A unit has become veteran. Rifles veteran front.
Open fire! Orders! Hitting fire! Evade! Keep firing!
Yeah, just shoot her. Although you're hitting the bear is the only problem.
My guns are ready.
So that might not be very helpful, but we're doing good on the exchange so far.
Lost the mag.
There goes my Strasnik.
Get back to safety!
Taking fire here.
I was doing a bad job babysitting it, I guess.
Unit 2! Papaya! Another
Tell me! On it! No other
Nope, I can't snipe these, sadly.
full back!
But we're still doing a lot of damage. We have 2 of the points.
Workshop reporting.
Do I get a second Shamaui?
I'm ready to go.
Oh, we just killed their Anna, so that's pretty good.
Save yourselves! Orders for us? You have a target? We are out of here!
Oh, you just barely survived. I didn't realize. Well, Anne was pretty committed to fight you, to be fair.
Looks like a lot of them.
Little protection helps.
Rifle. You have a mission. Enemies incoming. Make every shot count.
How can I serve Polania? Stражник moving.
Oh, they got Exos. That's not all that terrifying, but I definitely need some more
Reinforced.
anti-armor. So maybe I do get another Shamaui with that said.
Quickly! Get back to safety!
Get clear.
Oh, I'm taking a lot of damage here, sadly, but
The enemy is capturing
there's only
a
2 of them, so maybe I could just kill them right now.
from the front.
Ah, dang it. I figured maybe they survive a little bit longer, but I guess not.
I'm under attack! Stop voice in here! Get them!
We've lost a strategic position. Wanted. Rifleman regrouping.
They're still taking a lot of damage. This is still maybe pretty good for me, but I am losing focus on my infantry.
Rifleman
since I did recall 2 infantry squads.
He's out of action. Here. See you there.
What?
Did something break?
Now, I can upgrade.
Keep it flowing.
I do want to upgrade, but
Stay sharp.
You name it.
let's get the Shimauis doing something here. Dang it, I'm losing focus. Dang it. That was sloppy.
More volunteers.
Ready to build armor.
We are
Eh.
tired but alive.
I need 180, so.
We are listening.
Everybody inside.
On the way.
And they did throw a grenade, but we're gonna get Anne back up. I sadly am losing. I'm doing a bad job with my Shimauis, sadly.
I'm ready to go.
And that was only a decap, perfect, so I could theoretically grab this back, but they do have a heavy machine gun, which is going to be hard to deal with.
Follow us. Looks like a good spot.
More volunteers.
Now,
You have orders.
can engineers grab this point on the left?
Yes. Get them.
They're still hitting me.
I'll check
I'm
it out.
listening. I really needed this.
Nope, that's just not helping at all.
is it? You have a target? Good.
What you need?
So let's do some damage to this. Although, I'd rather not destroy my own cover,
Enemy group spotted.
New recruits.
Yes.
if at all possible.
Look sharp
Did
now.
something break? I've had a shot.
And they did upgrade to the advanced barracks, so I have that going for me, for a little bit of extra breathing room.
Move you bucket of got it.
Speed it out.
Got the target.
Position captured.
Move you. Ready to move.
Orders.
A unit has gained a rank.
This will put them down.
We didn't even destroy that yet. I was kind of hoping maybe we would have dealt with the machine gun. They are investing heavily in the risers though, so that's gonna cost them in the long run if I can manage this.
It will be good in here.
Building upgrade.
I don't know if I want. Well, they're going more infantry, so maybe I want to go a Musny,
I'm ready to go.
because that's a lot of oil they have to recover. I got all 3 points. Oh no, I have 2 points, which doesn't mean much.
Move it. Got it.
Orders. See you there.
And if I can hit that engine,
The last of them.
if I can hit the rear, that really is a lot of damage.
Target. Let's make the earth shake. Come on, come on. You have a target for me? Looks like a lot of digging in. Target.
I can outrange them, I just need to see them.
Problem. We're under fire.
What is it? The squad reinforced.
Get
Back to safety.
Yeah, that machine gun's a bit of a pain, but
Entering a strategic position. Ready to
I,
lost the squad.
I just can't lose focus. That's happening a lot right now,
Reinforced and ready.
especially since I don't really have the best.
Sounds good.
Elite armor standing by.
Since I don't have the best anti-armor, at least mobile anti-armor.
Right away. Keeping our heads down.
But I still have 2 points. No, you're not stealing my points. This is gonna hurt if that artillery shot connects. But they're moving a lot, so
Orders.
maybe it's not as effective as I dream it will be.
Multiple enemies spotted. We're under fire. Enemy spotted.
And I have a level up so I can fight their Anne.
We've lost a strategic position. What you need?
We'll have it fixed in no
Yeah, just scare off their Anna. My Mosny is getting wrecked right now. Why is it every time I build this mech I regret getting it? I know it's probably because I am leaving it exposed, but if they just rush it down, it does me no good. And I just lost my...
Something break?
I just lost all my mechs now.
Multiple enemies spotted.
Every time I build a Mosny, I regret it, dang it.
A structure.
Because the problem is that they aren't relying on being entrenched. That was the mistake I made. I knew they were infantry focused, but
Fall back and regroup.
it's mobile infantry though, is the thing.
Get back to
The
safety.
enemy is taking our mine.
Look sharp now. Recovering hero.
Multiple enemies spotted. No sitting around. Armored transport.
So let's see about correcting this. Since the soup should do a much better,
Our mine is lost.
but we're losing everything right now.
What can we do?
It was looking promising. That did get decapped, so let's keep that in mind.
Enemy unit spotted.
Look sharp now.
I'm here. What can I do? Whatever helps.
Yeah, this is where it potentially snowballs against me now. Because I don't have the firepower to deal with the risers, or the freezers,
Enemy is capturing a strategic position.
since I had to get my Shimauis killed.
Our veteran units is now elite.
Actually, you have a mortar, you can just shoot them.
Just like Yannick showed me.
We've lost a strategic position. Volunteers.
Okay, their Anna is dead. That's good enough for me.
Something break?
Yeah. Rifle squad reinforced. Follow
And the mortar should just do enough damage to this Exo.
Gained a rank.
You asked for grenades. Now give us something to throw them at.
Fall in.
Alright,
Ideas ready. How about orders?
I need to get my infantry built back up.
The enemy is
They're grouped up. A good mortar should be able to wreck them. I just gotta make sure my infantry squad shoots at the right squad, the right troops.
our mine is lost.
Yeah, the gunners are getting wrecked. So, I am losing points behind me though, so that's the only catch there, but
Reporting.
I almost got enough for another soup. This has suddenly turned into a rout for him.
Kinda busy.
We're under fire.
Ready. Steady.
A unit.
So attack the engineers, heal up, or at least grab the point. There is again, but I have a weapon to deal with this.
More volunteers.
And let's see. You go heal. You go see about dealing with the right flank over here. Because I only need to... Yeah, the mortar will slowly but steadily take them out. I just need actual gunners for their heavier armor. Because I'm still doing decent damage to the risers.
What can we do?
We're on it.
Rifleman reinforced and ready. Let's go.
You have orders? Watch your step. We'll have shelter.
Yeah, they're trying to dodge my shots, but it's not going to help you too much.
It was rather comfy.
What's the next destination?
Can I get gunners?
Sure thing.
Units spotted.
So they're just trying to steal points.
Yes.
Oh, they have field guns. Nope. They're just slowly overwhelming me. Kill the gunners, kill their elites. That would be ideal.
Make it quick.
Oh, I have no grenades with you.
Take cover.
Lost a squad.
Nope. What squad got killed there?
Transport checking in. Desert Polania. Armored transport checking in.
Okay, probably that was unnecessary, but we are killing a lot of their troops right now.
Enemy forces have made significant progress.
Ah, dang it, they have 3 points. I have to remember that, dang it.
Quickly. Let's go.
We can correct this.
Now.
Ready to build armor.
I have my resource points back. They're retreating.
Need our help.
Ready to serve Polania. Next up, victory.
We can deal with this.
Orders?
Just gotta keep focus and know that my resources are pretty good. I could upgrade this, but I don't know if it's needed with... Well, I could upgrade the barracks if I want turrets. But they cannot deal with 2 Soufs right now. Mortars, you know what to do with these machine gunners. Yeah, I figured you'd see things my way. Hello there, Gladiator. How's it going?
Ready for
Just
action.
trying to play a little bit more of the ranked multiplayer. Bit slower queues at this point, but I think we're starting to recover, but
The time has come.
we just gotta be mindful of this dang field gun, which thankfully mortars are pretty good at killing the crew.
Strap in.
And if they have if they have no support, then I think I'm in perfect position right now.
Use cover.
Oh, they revived her, but 1 shot's all I need to kill her.
Build armor. New recruits.
Yeah, let me upgrade.
Accommodate more options.
Yeah, that was an odd situation. I made a ruling that Swen could not have won that match unless he got really lucky, rolled a lot of 6s, and got a riot. Due to, at least what I saw, of the end of the game on Xanax's stream. And considering that Swen would have needed to have won to even get into the playoffs, I figured at least that was the ruling I made. I don't know if he rage quit the Discord. He never said anything.
Great company. All Polanian assets are now available.
I don't know what exactly happened. All I know is that, judging by the results, it's not like none of his units were injured, and Xanax only got a single knockout, so it wasn't like his team was getting murdered.
What you need.
I think it maybe has something to do with him realizing he couldn't make the playoffs anymore. I don't know if that's true or not, but
Grenadiers ready.
the timing after he rolled a skull on his bull centaur makes me think that at least.
What can we do?
I don't know what happened otherwise. I only saw the clip on Xanax's stream after it was all said and done. Either way, the Soufs are doing their job because he's refusing to upgrade to mechs. Either that or he's upgrading to a turret at some point. It's possible. He's friends with Speedy after all, so it's believable he's salty. And he didn't say anything bad manner or salty in the Discord, so I couldn't tell you what happened.
They're in my sight.
I didn't listen or watch the rest of the stream to know if it was like him being salty to Xanax up to that point or not. And I really do need to try and grab the 3rd point, just to speed things along. Because you never know when they might get said tur.
The more oil, the better.
There's only one problem with that, is I'm about to have my own. So I don't think I'm worried.
You name it.
Standing proud.
Alright. The tur is here. And this will cement my victory, I think.
Be there soon.
Even though I probably don't really need it, another Souf probably would have been better. Just for the durability and mobility.
Got him.
But I think my opponent just gave up there. He's kind of pulling a Swen maybe, although he would have just automatically conceded then, if that was the case, but... Either way. It looks like they gave up either way. There we go. Yeah, that is interesting. The High Elves and the Goblins are in the top of the European division for Blood Bowl. That doesn't mean that my Goblins are at risk of just getting immediately eliminated. Because that's a real possibility now that players have tackle, whereas they didn't for the good first half of the season. So I really need to be on top of my game, and I need to figure out who my opponent is before I can really prepare. But yeah, even though I'm 2nd place in the division, the playoffs are definitely going to be difficult just because of tackle. So, nice 2nd win there. It was looking like I may have screwed myself over there, but my opponent overcommitted. And again, the Musni, I think really, I'm trying to figure out what my problem was there. I didn't micromanage it, to be fair. I just let it sit there trying to bombard their infantry. But they were relying on mobile infantry, trying to move around with their exosuits, and not really being entrenched. That was probably my mistake. I should have never deployed that mech for one, because it would have probably wrecked the exosuits if it got 1 or 2 good shots in. I'm just ultimately using the dang Musny wrong. Never mind. It's just suffering from being rushed down almost every single time when it does do nothing. So it makes me wonder if I want to get a suit first, or at least something that can block, because Shimauis and Strasniks certainly can't do it. Now it's just a question on how long we'll be waiting. Since again, the queues are, at least have been a little bit longer. At least longer than they have been so far. But we don't have a sale anymore to benefit off of. We'll know in maybe a month's time if this game can truly stand the test of time. At least in the multiplayer sense. Because that's when it's, again, going to have the balancing kind of fleshed out a tiny bit. The Black Friday sale is going to bring this game down to probably the price point it should have been. And we'll see what happens then. Although, without a doubt, I'm going to have to try and find some time to play this on the weekend a good amount. If I want to try and take part of these tournaments. Even if I get demolished. I do need to get that time in. Find that time. Which, of course, for a tournament, which has a set schedule, is definitely going to be harder. Especially when it runs 2 days long. Ooh, Saxony. Let's see if you do take Saxony. And oil spill, no less. What do we get? Nope, they're going Rusviet. I am fine with that. I think I'm getting relatively comfortable with Rusviet. But it remains to be seen if that's true. If they're hyper aggressive, then that could be problems. And again, I like to make my first infantry squad be super aggressive, which sadly means my resources are kind of slow. And hell, I may even change how I do my resource gathering to make sure maybe I get the grenade pack.
Establishing field command. Stand by.
Because having an extra fighting squad definitely helps.
Command established.
Leading the way.
We'll do it. You have orders?
New orders for us? Sounds good. Yes.
So we'll
More
see
sandbags to fill?
if we can
Engineers do it better. What's the
grab
plan, then?
their supplies here and work from there. I do need to really understand the line of sight because they have a lot of cover there if they do try and fight me.
That'll all right.
Because I don't think this is a good spot to shoot.
For Polania. Stay sharp.
But that's a free shot I will take. I don't think they can fight me now.
Railing right.
Orders. Right away.
Let's get inside.
They did take the oil, alas, so not much I could do about that. But that's a lot of free damage,
Well done, boys.
and I can just get the cover here and fight them head on now at this point.
What can we do?
I say that, but now they're going to fight me 2-on-1.
Over there shooting at us. Move it.
You have orders?
Quickly.
More oil for the
Over
Republic.
there. Go. It's us or them. Cover. Move.
That wasn't much of a shot, I admit, but...
Time
What's
to
the
move.
plan, then?
Orders.
Fall in.
Yes?
And they're just going to steal resources from me, but at least it potentially keeps their grenades away from actually doing something useful, which I'm kind of okay with, but this is a bad direction to go.
Over there. Cover.
Yes?
Ready and
Leading the way.
by.
Okay,
We've
Let's
got
go.
company.
so they're stealing all the oil, unfortunately, so we're going to have to make this work.
Get there quick. Taking cover.
But I can just fight this head on, and that will give me... Ah, dang it.
Go. Go.
I just want you to move. That sucks. I thought you were still moving.
Yes.
That'll help.
Look sharp now.
Grenadiers ready.
And actually, yeah, they're gonna have a massive oil advantage here,
What
so
can we do?
Yes?
and
Sounds
sadly,
good.
I did slow down their own resource gain, but that doesn't mean much yet.
Look sharp now. Engineers assembling.
That was just really awkward.
Let's go.
I should have probably moved my units a little bit differently.
That will give us cover. Multiple enemies.
It's us or them!
Take them out.
Over there! Go!
Fall in.
Ready.
Building upgrade complete.
Standing.
We're under fire! Orders! Move! Open fire!
Riflemen here to defend the Republic.
And I did lose a couple of troops, which really sucks too because of that lack of concentration.
Yes!
Sounds good.
Grenadiers ready. Right away.
Orders! Leading the way!
Alright,
Ready for action.
Yes! They're shooting at
I
us!
can fight 2-on-1 easily enough.
Go. Finally.
Fall in.
I just gotta keep my units going,
Yeah? Sounds good.
steal the oil from them because it looks like they're trying to tech up quite a bit.
They're quick.
Yes? Let's go.
We've got
Standing
company!
by.
We're ready to do whatever plan is
It's ours now.
Engaging target.
Go! Go! Make it quick!
And they have grenades, let's keep that in mind.
Heads down! Over there! Go! Yes! Cover! Move! What's the plan? Catch this! Quickly! Over there! Come! Alright! Yes!
Come on, grab the oil,
It's us or them!
Fine.
because I want you to grab that. This is a perfect opportunity for it.
Sandbags to fill.
Over there. How many?
Yes?
We're under fire! Time to move! Make it quick! Orders!
Find cover.
And we'll hopefully, I don't think I'll be able to steal this, but decapping it would be good enough.
Keep it flowing. This bomb can do better.
We're ready. Hurry.
Multiple enemies.
Nope, not gonna get it.
Heads down!
Orders. Kill them.
I don't know why every time I mouse over there it looks like I'm trying to attack something though. That's inconvenient.
Finally. Right
Fall
away.
in.
That's not what I want.
Building finished. More
Ready point
volunteers.
set.
Taking fire. Good to cover.
Yes?
And barracks again is built, so maybe I should not retreat when the barracks is building, because that could save me some time.
Looks like a good spot. Uh-huh. Let's go.
What's the plan? Take contact.
So they should get sandwiched in a moment.
What is it?
They're gonna steal iron mines on the side, but I gotta keep mine. Well, I have my engineers.
Upgrade complete.
Give it to him!
Why does this keep showing me
Multiple enemies
the attack icon? I don't want the attack icon when I'm trying to grab points using the main map.
What's the plan?
It's a little annoying. Yeah, what is this?
Fine.
It's really messing with me when I can't control my units the way I want.
Open fire!
Follow us.
And I'm really behind on iron because of this lack of oversight.
Got it.
Enemies.
Fine.
Fall in. Meet right here.
Quickly!
Yep, we'll beat them in a moment.
Build more with this iron.
I'll grab the point with the extra one.
For instructions.
Multiple enemies spotted. The enemy is taking our mine.
Get him. Let's go for a stroll.
Uh-huh.
Leading the way!
That will give us cover.
Look sharp now.
Alright, reserve one's coming out, but theirs should probably be, might already be out, in all honesty.
The enemy is
Hold
capturing
on.
our
We need
bomb.
time. Kill them fast.
Our mine is lost.
Moving to cover.
Enemy unit
What is it?
spotted.
Another moving. Get to cover.
Alright, just shoot them. Keep in mind, I can just fight them right now with just this one squad. I gotta watch for the grenades, so.
More sandbags to
Yeah?
fill.
Follow us.
Give it to him!
And of course, that's exactly the window I did not want, but again, I can still win this.
To safety!
Fall in.
Ready to move.
Enemy.
Let's go.
They're not alone.
Make it quick!
Someone
Taking
over
cover!
there.
What's the plan?
Multiple enemies spotted.
Take! We're under fire!
Yeah?
And okay, sounds like Olga's around.
Yes! Fall back and regroup!
Tell me.
Engineers under fire.
And I gotta be mindful of their exosuits.
Kinda busy.
Make it quick! Quickly! Cover!
Because we get them just fine.
Open fire. Headed that way.
What can
So let's see. And they did not. Okay, actually, I could fight them.
Enemy is capturing
I could deal with Olga easily here, but
Enemy is capturing
I need to replenish, get in our engineer, and get my workshop going.
Build that.
Damn me!
My guns are ready. Best to not sit around.
I can deal with the gunners. At least I can really intimidate them.
Let's keep moving.
What's the plan? They're shooting at us! Grenade away!
And if the grenade's not going to connect.
Safety! Falling back!
How can I
How
help?
can I serve Polania?
And I think I can just outrun them if I'm so lucky, but I need to
Alpha
replenish.
squad reinforced. Looks like a good spot.
Strajnik, ready to move.
See the enemy.
Strajnik moving.
Right. Can always use.
Alright, need reinforcements there.
Leading the way!
Multiple.
Support Anna best you can.
What's next? Get them, Wojtek! Hurry!
rifles back
And
on the front.
they a lot of them, so this could be a lot of damage.
Quickly!
That looks like a good hit there, but not one I could stay and fight with.
Yes! Evade! Evade!
Standing by. On the way.
Building finished. Enemy
Alright,
is
you're
capturing
done.
our bomb.
Correction.
Again, I gotta remember to regroup.
We'll get them quick.
I'm listening.
A unit has
That was a lot of damage, but
What we're made of!
we need to deal with them. We need to finish them off still. I did not notice that one of them was a grenadier. Dang it, that was dumb of me.
Orders!
Ready.
And you're in the wrong group too.
enemy unit spotted.
I told you to retreat.
Shooting at us!
You're overdue for running away.
Squad. The enemy is capturing a strategic position.
Yes. That will give us.
A unit has
Okay,
become
now it wants to work.
multiple enemies spotted.
1, 2, maybe more. Steady! Just like Yannick showed me. I've got him.
Make it quick!
Right away.
Killer.
We've lost a strategic position.
I lost a point, but they lost their hero, which I can get some good momentum on.
I serve Polania. Best to not sit around.
I'm ready to go. See you there. What you need?
Nope, wrong group there, dang it. This is where I need to be a little more optimal with my new hotkeys, because I did move them around. Oh, sorry, I'm just now noticing your message. I like Polania because they remind me a little bit of the Tau Empire, with their emphasis on hit and run,
Best to not sit
and of course, they're kind of the underdog in the lore and the story.
You have orders?
Because they're kind of their territory is sandwiched between the massive empire of Saxony and Rusviet, which I guess Saxony is kind of as close as you could get to Russia. Well, not Russia, but German. I don't know that if that's true or not. And then Rusviet is kind of straightforward.
Being attacked.
There's one right there.
I am badly hurt.
You have a mission?
Ah, dang it. I thought I got you guys grouped. And you still refuse to group.
Is capturing our bomb. The enemy is capturing our bomb. Multiple enemies spotted. Our mine.
Oh my god. I must have been hitting the wrong buttons because I thought I told her to retreat.
My guns are ready.
Yes. Sounds good. We'll do it.
How can I
This is
serve
unfortunate.
Polania? Let's keep moving.
Our oil
We could still recover from this,
You name it.
because they only decapped this point.
Looks like a lot of them.
Workshop report.
And I can upgrade for the bigger mech.
Better max.
Uh-huh.
Sadly not going to get to decap that, but
Ready to move.
we're doing good forcing some of their units to move.
A unit has become veteran. What you need?
Attention now!
Firing.
My guns are ready.
Instructions.
I'll revive you in a moment, because we did kill Olga, although they probably revived her with... Dang it!
Enemy is
What is it?
capturing our bomb.
They're shooting
I could have sworn I told them to retreat.
Unit spotted.
Strajnik moving.
Ah, this is unfortunate. This might be an example of me just rushing it too much. But I could kill the exosuit, maybe.
Position.
Not quite, but that's still costly for him.
Done. It's not too.
Look sharp now.
So let's get Anna back up.
Orders. Taking all.
The enemy is taking.
I'm gonna need her power.
We've lost a strategic position.
I'm losing a lot of points, so...
Building upgrade complete.
Keep
All
moving.
Polanian assets are now available.
Moving.
My guns are ready.
Yeah, we could just murder him right now, I think.
What's the plan?
I have Battle Cry. I have Strasniks ready to murder them. I am losing points on the left, but
Is under fire.
Follow us.
this is that's a small price to pay. Oh, dang it.
Can I do?
I was gonna say, maybe I didn't need to revive Anne and save my money that way. Kill everything.
I'm ready to go. They won't know what hit him. See you there.
Let's go.
Understood.
What you need?
A little busy here. Tear them up. Get moving.
Kill everything is the plan. Because now I can get a SUV pretty soon.
You have a mission?
I outrun the gunners, and that's a big blow to them if I can kill them.
Engineers do it better.
Enemy unit spotted.
Enemies incoming. My guns are ready.
What you need?
I don't think I'm gonna get it. 8 hit points.
Ready to move.
Shamawi can do it.
Unit has gained a rank.
It's us or them. My guns are ready.
I'm ready to go. See
Come
you
on,
there.
I believe in you guys.
Kind of it. Back to safety.
You have a mission? Take them down. Engaging cops. Screw this. I'm gone.
Look sharp now.
Quick about it.
A unit has become
I can heal.
The enemy is capturing
You're just
a
trying to
strategic
chase, and it's
position.
not work. Ah, dang it! I thought I could heal, but I guess not.
Multiple enemies
Patient,
spotted.
please. Quickly.
I can get behind cover.
How can I serve
Yeah, quickly.
Yeah, I'm just cheesing the line of sight right now.
We've lost a strategic position.
Because all I need is 5 more seconds.
And that they're in my sights.
This is just silly.
My guns are ready.
But now I can get a SUV.
Moving out.
Heads up! Enemy here.
Right away.
I am losing points on the right, but they are losing so much in their actual army.
Under attack.
Keep moving.
So I argue this is not worth it.
Quickly! Over there! Cover!
I have Battle Cry.
Our HQ is
My guys are leveled up, so I can straight up win against this. It's hard to say who's the steamroller, because the lore of this game is after technically what would be their version of World War I, and everyone is just exhausted of the war.
Ready to move.
There is just like a shadow faction that's trying to reignite the war, though, basically.
Let's go.
But everyone is basically exhausted of war. Saxony and Rusviet are basically equal strength otherwise, where Rusviet almost controls all of Asia, I think. At least the top half of Asia, as you expect, as well as maybe Australia. Saxony control most of Africa, as well as Europe, though.
My guns are
I
ready.
believe, but I don't know if that's true, because the map's kind of out of date.
Strasnik moving.
Great work, everyone.
Oh my god, that felt so messy, but like I said, we did so much damage to him, it did not matter. Because several of my squads, I thought I told them to retreat. I do have my retreat button in an awkward spot, mainly so I don't accidentally hit it when I don't mean to. But apparently I may have been missing that button several times or something. Because Anna was supposed to retreat. She did not do that. My infantry squad that was supposed to backdoor did not retreat. The reason why that's important is because they take half damage as well when they're retreating. Good game. I'm not happy with it though, but I did readjust my hotkeys a little bit. I used to have my, and never mind the fact I'm trying to use my other let's see, I'm trying to use group 5, or really 8, 9, and 10 is what I want for my extra infantry squads, and be disciplined enough to keep switching them into different groups so that way I know which infantry squads where. For example, I want my group 2 squad to be on the left side, I want my group 3 squad to be in the middle, and I guess group 8 would be the ones on the right, or at least running back and forth. That is my ultimate dream. I just actually need to play enough and deliberately practice with this hotkey setup, so that way I can change my groups, especially when I retreat with them. Because without a doubt, if they were fighting in the middle, they were in group 3 and I retreat with them, I'm more than likely going to need them in a different group, so that's realistically where I want to set them into a new hotkey or new control group. So that way I don't need to fight and figure out which infantry squad is where, dang it. Never mind the fact we had that weird issue with, for whatever reason, every time I tried to use the minimap to Q move orders and grab the resource points, it always would show me that attack order, which really messed with my early game too, to be honest. But that's me coming up with excuses, if nothing else. Now I'm curious, how close am I to Division 2 of Gold? I only know, what are the increments? 600, so am I almost in Division 2? I just got like 70 points there for crying out loud, so my opponent must have been high rank. Yeah, I'm like 30 rating away from Division 2. Oh, and I think I also complete the season thing for... No, that's 100 resource points. Okay, there it is. I win 3 multiplayer matches in a row. Not that I really care about most of this. What I really want, though, is that skin. I want that skin for Asuf. The firefighter skin. And hopefully, if this game continues to develop, I'll have a nice army of all unique skins. Ideally matching skins. Ideally. Oh well. I'm not happy with the control, but again, I was doing so much damage to him. I easily was coming out on top there. Because their gunners aren't really terrifying for the Strasniks. Because I actually move faster than them. I think I have the same range as them too. Maybe. So, I can still fight their infantry or fight Olga. And if I am able to micromanage it properly, then I almost can never get shot at by the gunners with good positioning. I was just taking too many goddamn grenade hits due to inconveniently looking away, which again is another reason why I like queuing my move orders with the minimap, so that way I can keep looking at the infantry fight, especially if a grenadier is involved, because that just hurts. That just sucks when they basically do 90 points of damage to everyone. That's the main idea why I like queuing all my orders on the minimap. Unless they're fighting, in which case I do need to pay attention because cover and positioning is all really important there. Which I can't really get a good sense on looking at the minimap. But it was fun. It was definitely fun. Again, it's been about a week since I played multiplayer, so that could also be part of it. But again, that's me coming up with excuses again. For goddamn winning, no less. I'm coming up with excuses for winning. That's how sad things are right now, I think. Oh my. Either way, we got our match. It is already 9 o'clock here. Yeah, I enjoyed it. It was pretty good there, but again, failing to retreat did hurt me a lot. It didn't register, or I may have hit the wrong button, because I used the grid hotkey layout for StarCraft, which is basically where I'm using U, I, O, P, J, K, L, all the right side of my keyboard, basically. Because my thumb is conveniently on the control key, so I use that almost exclusively for the attack move, as well as control groups, and if I can ever put it into practice, using the location hotkeys too. And I have the retreat button on Y, which I do have to stretch my pinky finger a little bit to hit. So it's possible I may be missing it for those situations where I've been failing the retreat. Of course, I put it there so I don't accidentally hit it while I'm trying to get used to this layout. Because I really only used this for StarCraft when I was playing it. It took me a while to get used to, without a doubt. But it worked. Yeah, I like to think it worked out pretty well. No. I guess our opponent disconnected or the game crashed on him. Because we were going to have a match there. So we might expect them in a moment or so. there's still wins, even when I feel like I've been doing horribly. Really, that just means I'm meant for greater things. I am meant for a greater division. I just gotta play more is really what it comes down to. Which is definitely gonna be tricky since I do have a hard time getting the matches I want in on the weekend, especially for longer periods. Sordan. Sordan. That name is familiar from somewhere, I don't know where. I don't know from where, maybe they were in the tournament or something. Either way. Nope. More Rusviet. More Olga. So, gotta be careful here. Because I was taking a lot of damage due to a little bit of my miscontrol, but it was... Looking back on that last match, though, it felt really awkward letting them have all 4 of the supply points or supply caches in the middle of the map, and not really able to take advantage of the damage that I did to them. Since I never got my Grenadier pack with the Engineers, and they were out in the middle of nowhere too. Which does hurt a little bit, but ideally, if I do that right, that actually helps me, because then they're not grabbing points anymore if they're both committing to fighting me. I just got to know the nuances of it, really.
Let's go. Get to cover.
What can we do?
And now, again, line of sight's an issue because these boxes do provide cover,
Look sharp now.
even when they're grabbing the supplies, which is going to be the hardest part to take advantage of this. Okay, they're grabbing iron.
The more, the better.
Fall in.
I probably should grab the oil first,
Ready point set.
in all honesty. I'll have the cover,
You orders first? Looks like a good spot.
What can
You
we
have
do?
orders? Headed
grab that, then grab the grenades.
Look sharp now.
Uh-huh. Moving.
Okay, there's the engineer. Okay, they're doing it very aggressive. Let's intimidate them,
Take them out. Go, go.
because it looks like they're getting the grenade pack right now,
Yes.
which we can punish them for.
Open fire.
I might even go so far as to steal it from them.
What can we do?
Quickly.
If I... Actually, this could expire over time if I don't grab it either.
Get those grenades.
more sandbags
You
to
orders
Fall in.
It just may not be the ideal kind of harassment or raid I want, but they get no grenadiers.
Just get us in throwing
I
distance.
force them back.
Every bit helps. You name it, we'll build it. Just
Grab
like
that.
throwing a stick for the dog.
And I
Get to
see
cover.
about grabbing the
Come on, if you
resource
do.
points
More sandbags to fill.
and upgrade, because I don't want to forget about that.
Orders? We'll put it to use.
So ideally, that's really good stealing their grenades, because technically now I have 3, almost 4 infantrymen versus their 3.
Yeah.
Since the engineers don't really do a lot besides maybe tank some hits.
The more. the
Never mind the
better.
fact that I have 2 friggin'
it?
grenades, and they have none, which makes my life so much easier.
There's nothing
Standing
Polanian
by.
riflemen can't
Moving.
handle.
Yeah. Let's go.
Ready for action.
New orders for us.
Fall in. Engineers assembling.
Sounds good. We'll do it.
Grenadiers ready. We're ready.
So, we're harassing them. I have a range advantage,
Make it quick.
but that doesn't mean much.
Complete.
Moving target. Orders.
Got it.
Quickly. What's the plan?
Nope, engineers are coming, so let's deal with them.
Let's go.
I was thinking about stealing a bunch of points,
What can
but
we do? Meet right here.
that's not looking like a good idea at the moment.
Orders.
That's
Moving
right,
out.
you better run.
Multiple enemy. Finally. On the move.
And I could just win a fight against you straight up. It's just a matter of how long it's gonna take.
Taking fire. Get to cover. Let's go.
This bump is ours.
Polania's finest, standing by and ready to dig in.
Ready for action. Right away.
Alright, get the cover.
They're shooting at us.
Now.
What's the plan then?
Get the barracks
Let's get
going.
to work. Orders.
They have no grenades.
Compliments.
This is bad grenade spot, I will admit, but...
On the move.
Oh,
Enemy nearby.
okay, so they have all these squads, so just retreat.
Falling back. Ready. Let's get out of the open
I'm willing to retreat there for now.
Beautiful Polania.
Maybe unnecessary, but we got a bunch of stuff going for us. And we didn't even steal or decap this point, so I'm fine with that. I just retreat to minimize the damage, so hopefully I don't have to replace the troops I lost.
We're ready.
And in all honesty, I can't remember what the reserves were.
Yeah?
Leading the way.
Enemy units spotted.
New recruits.
Fall in.
Nah, let me upgrade my oil.
Heads down. Go, go. Riflemen regrouping.
New orders for us? Sounds good. Yes?
The enemy
I have
is
range
capturing
advantage.
our bomb.
I just need men.
Standing by. We're receiving replacements.
Quick, we're under fire.
The main thing I need to do is damage.
Enemies
Time
spotted.
to move. It's us or them.
Because yeah, sure, they steal my oil, but I can punish them here.
Orders.
Our oil pump is lost.
Yes.
Orders.
The enemy is capturing a strategic position.
Take cover. We're taking fire.
So gotta pay close attention to that. That could be
Look sharp now.
painful if I mismanage that.
Uh-huh. We'll do it.
Orders. Moving out.
Okay,
Kill them fast.
Building upgrade complete.
Grenade
We've lost
away.
a strategic position.
alright,
Multiple
push
enemies
them.
spotted.
Force them to focus over here.
Make it quick. Find cover. Taking fire.
Enemy is taking our mine.
What's the plan? Hurry. Let them have. Right
Take the
away.
point. Take all the points from over here while they grab the iron
enemy
mine.
is taking our mine.
You name it, we'll build it.
What can we do?
And we'll get reserves going as well.
Uh-huh. Get
Ready
to cover.
for action.
Yes?
The enemy is capturing a strategic
Hopefully the
position.
engineers can...
Mark your targets.
Yeah, hopefully engineers can at least stall long enough.
Orders. Position secured.
And this is where I want to regroup as well,
Is
Ready for
lost.
action.
because this is important. To remember who's where.
Away. We've got their orders in there.
Cover. Right here.
Look sharp now. Meet right here.
So,
Reserve forces have
The
arrived.
engineer did his job. I am happy with that. We're stealing the reserves here
Yes.
and upgrade to more iron.
Line up.
Make it quick.
More sandbags to fill. Right away.
And just melee them. Get the engineers to take part.
Fire here.
We've got company.
On the way.
I'm listening.
We've got company.
Orders. Over there. Cover. Take cover. Yes.
Don't worry, help is coming.
Cover.
What can we do?
Yes.
They're shooting at us.
Save yourself.
They're not going the optimal route because I told them to go to the middle, but you are in good care. I say that and you're about to start dying.
Take cover. Fire cover. Ready for action. Moving out. Make it quick. Get to cover.
Alright, Strasniks are here. This is gonna suck for them in a moment, especially if I pincer them.
Look sharp now.
Uh-huh.
Couldn't
Riflemen
have run
reinforced
fast. What's
and
the
ready.
plan then? If
How
we
much
had
more
done it
oil?
that
A little
way.
bit more.
Yeah?
Leading the way. What?
Dang it. I was hoping to kind of attack move them to get more damage, but I think we're doing good. They literally retrieve with everything.
Go now. Got it. Standing by.
So hopefully
Back.
I can capitalize on this and steal a point or
We'll do
two.
This bump is ours now.
Maybe not that point up there, but
Looks like
a
good
man
spot.
can dream, right?
Yes. Moving.
I don't think I can decap this, but it'll force him to go right instead of left where the Strasniks are pushing up.
Let's keep moving.
How can I help? Be there soon. Whatever helps.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, they are really crippled right now. Can I get that? Yes, I can. I can.
Enemies here.
It won't build itself. Ready for action. Orders.
Nope. I didn't. I don't.
Yes?
Oh, I do have you in a group, but you're not your own separate group. Come on, neutralize, neutralize. Perfect.
There's room for everyone.
Keeping our head.
Guns are ready. Strasnik moving.
Right.
We've secured.
Let's go.
Everyone out.
Over here.
Dang it. I accidentally
Sure
recruit.
thing.
I accidentally moved with you. That was a perfect opportunity to steal that.
The enemy
Can
is
always use
capturing
cover.
our pump.
Grenadiers ready. Right away.
I'm listening.
How can I serve Polania?
What else do they have on that reserve group?
Uh-huh.
Is what I'm wondering.
Right.
Ready. We're receiving replacements. On the way.
Building finished.
Let's see.
Our oil pump is lost. The enemy
How
is
can I
capturing our pump.
We can deal with that easily.
Capturing a
Strasniks can just harass them.
What can we do?
And do I straight up tech up?
I see a bunch of them.
Multiple contacts.
Be careful.
I think I maybe tech up to
oil pump
Shim.
is lost.
Maybe I just tech up to the Zeus. That would be a little bit easier.
Unit has become veteran.
Nope. They have a field gun too, so let's keep that in mind.
Target identified. Engaging. That's close enough.
Grenadiers ready.
Perfect.
Moving out.
And they're only engineers. I don't have to worry about them. Sadly, we didn't kill them,
Enemy units.
but they weren't even promoted or anything either.
I'm here to
Speaking of which, they're also dead.
help.
You orders for us?
Now, where's Group 9? Or Group 2, rather.
Veteran.
I see. 2 engineers. I could have fought and stayed there, but with the extra squad, I couldn't commit.
New orders for us?
Contact.
Nope, I want you to be Group 2. Anna's Group 1.
My guns are ready.
The enemy
Strategics go
is
there.
taking a strategic position.
And
Enemy unit spotted.
do I upgrade the extra oil because I have the iron.
More volunteers?
What's
The
next?
enemy is taking our mine.
They are stealing my resources because I could have been a little more proactive here.
Uh-huh.
Standing by.
We've lost a strategic position.
How can I help?
Grenadiers ready. On the way.
The
Nope,
enemy
you're
is
also over here,
capturing a
Olga.
strategic position. Our mine is lost.
So we'll be running around a lot, but actually, you could just steal points.
Yeah? Let's go.
Standing by. Waiting for instructions.
Just go harass them and pincer them.
Guns are ready.
We've lost a strategic position.
Right away.
The enemy is taking our mine.
Because we can sandwich them and do a lot of damage here still. While I steal the points, although,
Building up
again, I don't really want Anna to be a glorified point stealer, but that's kind of what she's becoming right now.
building upgrades complete. All assets are now available.
Alright, I'm watching the Strasniks. Attack, move, finish off that squad.
Orders right away.
One more pump
Where are
for
you
Bologna.
hiding?
Moving.
She probably went up this way if I were serious.
1, 2, maybe more.
Fine.
I'm under attack.
Yeah! Better get out of here!
Nope, I was hoping you go the other way when I told you to retreat, but that's fine.
1,
Look sharp.
2,
Something
maybe
break?
more.
New recruits, arming Polanian gunners.
I probably don't even need gunners,
Got
but
it.
Ready.
we are teching up nicely.
Multiple enemies spotted.
I just need my defensive
unit
positioning
spotted.
set. Oh, there's Olga.
You name it.
The enemy is capturing our pump.
How can I serve Polania?
Gunners reporting. Give us some
We killed a couple of their squads, that still was pretty good for me.
capturing our pump.
And we could kill the engineers here.
Become
What
veteran.
is it? Looks like
Multiple
You retreat, recover.
What's
Awaiting passengers.
that? Was
Our oil
Alright, Suf may not be all that scary, but with gunners, but oh. Wait, are the gunners in? No, they're not.
Our oil pump is lost.
It's kind of questionable if the Sufs even, or the gunners should even be in there, but
Capturing a strategic
I'm just so used to it at this point.
I really...
Getting to cover.
How can I serve Polania? Let's keep moving.
What you need?
Alright, murderer. One-shotter. Enjoy it.
Hang in there! They're in my sights! Sure thing. No other way!
Well, you fell into that trap. That was greedy as hell, wasn't it?
Uh-huh.
Leading the way.
And I guess I'll make you groups 3 for now, but I forget who's my groups now. This is why I want to try and be more organized with this.
Go now.
We've lost a strategic
Nope, I sadly lost the point. Not a big loss, because we're winning in other manners.
requesting support.
What is it?
Alright, I think I just decap you, or can... Actually,
Grenadiers.
Grenadiers can go
Moving.
come up here.
Moving to cover. Standing by.
How can I serve
I think you retreat and heal.
Multiple enemies spotted.
Yeah, they're just swarming engineers.
How can
That's
I
not a
help?
big scare.
Be there soon. Whatever
Oh.
helps.
Ready for action.
Get that point for me, please.
Yeah?
Make it quick.
take your iron mine. See if I care.
Strap in. It could get bumpy. What's ready to serve Polania?
New express.
Now upgrade.
I told you to go.
Infantry squad, you're gonna jump in the soup.
Multiple enemies incoming.
What's the next destination?
We got company.
Enemy is taking our mine.
Alright, so we got one gunner squad and one engineer. Or one gunner squad. And I don't
Checking in. The time has come.
I don't honestly care that they're stealing the points. But because I can retake them really easily.
Moving.
Who's a good bear?
Multiple
What's
enemies
next?
here.
I can
And
do that.
oh, I thought the engineers grabbed that. That was my That's the only thing I'm really unhappy about in this situation.
Great company. More Polanian assets are now.
Alright, so they just turtled up, and I have Zeus.
Strap in. It could get bumpy. For the Republic.
If I have Zeus, that can deal with them pretty decently. I need another gunner squad. Nope. Sadly, there goes that squad. Which helps freeze me up for turns, so in the end, who really won?
He's capturing a strategic position.
Strajnik, ready to move.
We brought the enemy gun.
Alright, just obliterate them.
What's next? Be there soon. Better use cover.
What's the next destination?
We are listening.
We've lost a strategic
What's the
position.
next destination?
Safety zone inside. Follow us.
The
Yep,
enemy
I have a
is
nice point
capturing
lead.
our buffing
I have
ground.
2 Zeus to deal with the Nagan.
More sandbags to...
I just need engineers
Sharp now.
at the ready. Although, I should have tried to grab that point. I thought I told them to grab it. But I guess not.
Where you need me?
Heads up! Enemy here!
Yes? Sounds good. Fine.
Orders? Moving cover.
I wonder, can I just go and fight the Nagan now? I don't know where everything else is. That's the only catch.
Multiple enemies spotted.
What's the next destination? Keep shooting. Next stop.
Engineers rallying here.
Because they're not pushing right now. They're just content with turtling. I don't know what to get. I would like to get a tur, but I can't right now. Field gun. Gotta be mindful of that. Hopefully the grenades will help with this. And then the gun is gonna get wrecked in a moment. Please. I told you to shoot the grenade, please. Fire mortars, because those are really good against those. There. The gun is decrewed. Strasniks, you're up next.
Right. Sure thing.
Let's continue stealing points. While I figure out my infantry situation.
On the way. My guns are ready. You have orders? It'll be...
And I need another engineer, don't I? Well, that was convenient.
Transport checking in. Strap in. It
That was really convenient.
How can I help?
back in service.
This will put them
Alright, I guess I won't get to decap that, but Anne could just take you out
Steady!
easily enough.
Let's keep moving.
This is just...
Next destination.
Yep, this is just not going well for him. And I still...
What can we do?
I can't get a turret even if I go reserve too, so... Oh, well, I did get a must-need, to be fair.
Moving out. Armored transport checking.
So now I can... Maybe now I won't screw up with a must-need. Although that field gun...
Moving.
Well, that field gun's not scary if I can stay away from its front.
I'm under attack.
A little busy here. Ready.
I say that, and it can turn really easily, too.
Don't let up.
Just decrew it for me, please. Oop,
Back to safety!
they got another Nagan, but I can already deal with that. We already seen that.
Target identified. Engaging.
Need something done?
Just repair.
The pride
Mostly,
Come veteran.
I don't know where to best put you,
siege mode active.
in all honesty. Actually, why am I even siege moding with you?
Where you need me. Fire at will.
Just keep firing. I do need another engineer squad, though. My mech force is a little bit fragile because of that.
Do not sit around.
And they still have not revived Olga.
Multiple enemies spotted.
Moving.
Fall in. I need.
Serve Polania.
Actually, let's just destroy the resources. That's a good yeah, until they're forced to it. Yeah, it will force them to engage me on into this choke. Especially with my gunners, this will be really good, and you'll have no support.
A unit has been obliterated.
Alright, just swap positions, switch dance partners, destroy this thing. Well, that was easy.
Stражник moving.
It's too easy at the moment, because I'm not really moving the rest of my army. I keep looking at Olga, thinking she's trying to backdoor me, and then having to realize that she's still dead. Okay. Yeah, so I argue maybe that's not good practice for me, since I kind of was. I wasn't really doing anything. It felt like anyway, because stealing that extra grenade pack gave me a massive power advantage. Because again, it basically turned into me having 4 infantry gunmen versus their 3 and 1 engineer that doesn't really do any damage. So, that is good. Do I want to try one more though? I know I want to get some sleep in preparation for more Crusader Kings tomorrow, dang it. Because that really forces me to go late if I want to take part in that. Yeah, I'll try one more. And then we'll call it a night there, because I think really we only did, what, 3, maybe 4 matches? It doesn't seem worth it. It doesn't seem like enough for a stream. Norm, for some ridiculous reason, I feel like I should be doing 10 or more in like 2 hours time, but these matches can go for a while. Especially if it's like an even fight in the early game. Late game, of course, I'm gonna have to try and figure out, because Rusviet and Saxons have really strong mechs. Then the Gan basically can solo my Tur in one-on-one fight, if neither is supported. And the Saxony, I think their Reaver, StarCraft Reaver type of mech, is maybe perceived to be overpowered. I don't know if that's true or not, because it can do a ridiculous amount of burst damage, even to like heavy mechs. Sure, it won't kill them quickly, but it's still significant damage when you consider the cost of having to repair those mechs. And it can still continue firing those bombs every like 2 or 3 seconds, or just wait until it builds up its charge of 6 bombs again, and then unload them in a nice barrage whilst hanging behind everyone else. And I don't even think it has rear armor. Both that and the Nakovania, I think both of them don't have rear armor. How interesting is it that the 3 perceived mechs that are maybe overpowered, at least 2 of them are seen as overpowered, the Suf, the Nakovania, and whatever the dang Tilt-A-Whirl mech is, all of them don't have rear armor. So you can't get the double damage on them in any way. Those are the 3 mechs that I think people are at least seem problematic, although no one's calling the Saxony mech overpowered yet, mainly because we've only seen it in the tournament and not much else, or not anywhere else just yet. So Chaos, you are a backer, so you probably know what you're doing. The fact you're level 1 means you've been playing exclusively multiplayer. And we're going to have a pure mirror match here, so playing aggressively does not seem like the right idea. I don't know if that's true or not.
Establishing field command. Stand by.
I still want to push through the middle in case I can engage and get free damage and momentum.
Let's go. Got it.
What's the plan then?
Especially since I have this shortcut. Oh. There we go.
What can we
What
do?
is it?
You name it, we'll
That
gladly.
fix that. I want you in the
Let's get
building.
inside.
I want you to leapfrog.
Yes?
No more sitting around. Moving.
We'll see if this works or not.
What is it? That'll help.
Fall
Or
in.
the better.
I do want to grab the iron.
We
Okay, they're
need
grabbing the
more
2 points in the
resources
middle.
first.
Looks like a lot of them.
What's the
Rifleman.
plan then?
New orders for us? They're shooting
Nope,
at us!
dang it.
Go, go!
They grabbed the points really quickly and that sucks because I was hoping to get the cover.
Right away! Let's
But
go.
nope,
Don't- for
not meant to
Polonia!
be.
Over there! Go!
What can we do?
Quickly! It's us or them! Sounds good.
Just keep them at
That will
bay.
give us
Something
cover.
done?
Yeah?
Fall in.
Just keep them there, not do anything for
Ready,
now.
going,
What is it?
set.
This pump is ready
Let's
to
go.
serve Polania.
Looks the more the better.
And maybe grab my nodes at
What
the
can
same
we do?
time.
Uh-huh. Moving. Give it to him!
Rifleman here to defend the Republic.
We're under fire!
Nope, I got hit there, dang it, so that was not worth it.
Don't mind if we do. Follow us.
Look sharp now.
We need more resources first.
Moving.
Running right.
Leading the way.
More send back. Careful how you stow them.
They're shooting at us!
Trouble spotted.
Yes! Cover! Move! Order! Go! Go! Yes?
You asked
Give
for
it to
grenades.
him!
Now give us something
Uh-huh.
to throw them at.
Quickly!
Alright, so let's steal their points.
Standing by.
Yes! Over there! Go!
And they're stealing the points on the side,
Yes?
so.
Sounds good.
And I have the health advantage, so
Orders!
grab all the nodes
Yeah, that'll help. Quickly!
and
What can we do?
be
Yes?
mindful of upgrading because I didn't do that yet.
Extraction is ongoing.
Follow us.
There's nothing Polanian riflemen can't
And they have flamethrowers, so that might be their first big mistake.
Moving.
Grenadiers ready. Taking fire.
Dang it, I thought I box selected you. At least the damage is minimal.
Polonia!
Look sharp now.
We're ready. On the move.
And I was
Get to cover.
Let's go. Yes!
What's the plan? Contact.
What can we do?
Go! Go! Over there! Cover! Leading the way!
oh, I only have one squad, so I can't fight them.
Move it!
Ready for action. Got it.
Cover! Move!
Catch this.
Yes? Looks like sounds good. The more
Building upgrade complete.
moving.
Fall in.
So did I hit them? I did now.
Multiple lines here.
Make it quick. Let's go. Let them have it.
Get back to safety.
About time.
They're shooting at us.
Find cover.
Uh-huh. Leading the way. Orders for us? Let's go.
Look sharp now. Meet
Engineers
right
ready
here.
to go to work. We can build that.
Pressure steady.
So let's see.
Ready for action.
I took a lot of damage there, sadly, so I'm gonna have to back off, heal up,
Understood.
and then deal with any counter pushes they might do.
Moving. Give it to him. Get to cover. Yes. Fire. Quickly. New orders for multiple enemies. Keeping down.
What can we
Rifles
do?
back
What's
from
the
the
plan
front.
then?
Yes. Riflemen reinforced and ready. Let's go.
So they're stealing the point on the right, but it's only a flamethrower. I can run them down.
Yes. Right away.
Come on, grab the point.
We'll do it. Orders.
Look sharp
Keeping
now.
our heads down.
Something done? Orders? We'll get there quick. Moving to cover. Stay sharp. What's the plan?
Quickly. We're under fire.
What can we do?
Uh-huh. Yes.
So not really doing a lot of damage there, but I am winning this
Look
fight.
sharp now.
Orders.
Ready for
Almost there.
waiting for instruction. Taking all recruits.
And I'm behind on nodes and a whole bunch of stuff at the moment, but
What is it? Yes.
We're under fire.
Cover. Move.
Fall in.
gonna have to back up there.
Orders? It beats standing in the open.
Look sharp.
Yeah, this is not looking good for me now. Especially because you're not in, oh, you are in cover.
Over there. Cover.
I'm learning something new here.
Move.
Riflemen regrouping.
Yes. Yeah. Rifle squad reinforced.
Okay, so they have multiple flamethrowers. I could still hurt them, but
Grenadiers ready. Moving to cover.
What is it?
Enemy units spotted.
What can we do?
Uh-huh. Rifles leading the way.
yeah, I'm just getting massacred by the flamethrower now.
Riflemen reinforced and ready.
We're ready. Kill them fast. Take cover.
Sharp now.
And I'm still nowhere near
Keep it flowing.
getting my reserve one, so I'm probably really far behind.
Yes?
Enemies!
Because I used the Grenadier probably a little too aggressively when it probably should have been continuing to grab the resource nodes for me.
Uh-huh.
We're taking fire! We've got company!
New orders for us? Follow us.
Quickly!
Nope, this is not worth it.
Fall back! They're shooting at us!
Mine set.
Looks like a lot of
Fall in.
Orders! Right away! Quickly!
And now they have veterans, but
We're at contact.
I am doing damage.
What can we do?
But my reserve one is probably behind.
from the front.
Over there! Go!
He has 6 minutes, so probably could have done that faster. Mainly because I haven't been grabbing the nodes.
New orders for us?
So I do need to optimize that while putting pressure on them
Multiple enemies spotted.
somehow.
Go now.
Multiple enemies here.
Time to move! For
I cannot run. Oh, there's 2 of you, so that doesn't really do me much good.
shooting at us!
Fall in.
I saw I built you.
Deploying reserve.
Yes!
Grenadiers back.
Orders. We're receiving replacements.
So I'm without a doubt on the losing end here.
We're under fire!
Taking cover.
Orders!
Especially with me not in cover. Yeah.
Yes! Get back to
Sharp now.
safety!
So we know the Strasniks are coming.
Keeping our heads down!
Enemy unit spotted.
Moving to cover. Summon our compliments of Polania. Good to cover.
What can we do?
A unit has become a veteran.
Finally.
Reserve forces have arrived.
Ready to move.
So can we turn this around some?
We're ready.
Riflemen reinforced and ready.
Because I am definitely on the back foot here.
Move. Get back. Make it quick.
Because they also got a gunner squad, which is going to hurt.
Their way.
How can I serve Polania?
Multiple enemies spotted.
Nope, cover did nothing there, sadly.
Orders.
Riflemen
A structure is being attacked.
Yeah, on it. Find a busy.
We've got
Quickly.
company!
Grenadiers ready. On the way.
Oh, I killed their bear. For some reason I thought that was...
My sights. Every shot counts.
Oh, we could deal with the flamethrower easily enough.
Let's keep moving. Straznik.
Because this is where we can get actual infantry kills.
We're under fire!
A unit has become veteran. Enemy unit spotted.
Dang it.
Yes! All right!
I'm concentrating too much on this one. Don't need to.
Under fire!
How can I help? I've got him.
Quick about it! Regrouping at HQ!
Here's just like Yannick showed me.
Nope.
They're shooting. Get out of here.
Yeah, just run. I'm messing this up.
Ready. Taking cover.
I'm badly hurt.
This is not looking good, especially now that they outnumber me over here and they have the level advantage.
Cover! Move! Find cover!
That early engagement may have screwed me a bit, because I gave too much free damage.
We're under fire! Falling back!
My guns are ready.
The enemy is capturing our bomb.
And that feels better. Right away. Under attack. Tell me.
How can I serve Polania?
You are repairing, right? No, you're building.
We'll build it. My guns are ready. We're ready.
Multiple enemies spotted. Our oil bomb is lost.
Yep, this is just slowly becoming a rout.
Let us at them!
The enemy is halfway to victory. Building finished.
Quick about it!
Keep moving.
Yeah. Be careful.
Straznik. Ready.
I'm receiving fire! Over there! Make it quick!
What is it? Sounds good. That will give us something.
Come on.
For us! Leading the
Come on. Grab the point. It's doing it again.
We'll do it.
How can I serve Polania? Let's keep moving.
So yeah, this is becoming a snowball. And I'm just going to take too much damage here to their veteran squad, I think.
I'm not ready. Sorry.
Riflemen regroup.
A unit has become veteran.
My guns are
Yeah, come on, shoot them.
tear them up.
Maybe it might be... No. Nope, not gonna be enough. You're almost dead and there's gunners now.
New recruits.
How can I help?
This is where I'm a little bit worried about being aggressive.
On
If
my
I
way.
if I had paid attention that they were moving to me, then maybe. I just wasn't looking. I figured there was a little bit more time before they would move towards the middle of the map.
Multiple enemies
Because if I was in cover, then I would have been fine. I feel like.
I really needed that.
Because then they would have to
Looks like a safe
I could have
spot.
forced them to try and stay near me because I could threaten to steal their resources.
Can always use cover.
And I do again need to be a little more.
It has become
I do need to figure out what to do with my engineer because it took forever since I got this oil, and I need someone to go over there to take it.
We're ready! Stay sharp! Taking cover! Now let's
Yep, I'm just dead here. I'm just gonna concede now there. This is just a slow downhill climb, as per the nature of mirror matches, I guess. Because they got too many free hits there, and then I had to be forced to bring my second infantry squad up. And by then I think the damage was already done. Just due to the fact that I had to bring my second squad up. So, I do need to figure that out some. But of course, with mirror matches, I probably have to play a little more conservative anyway. But again, the big mistake was being out in the open and giving him that free shot. Forced me to back up. If I was already in that cover, then that might not be nearly as much of an issue. Oh well. Thank you everyone for tuning in. I will see about streaming more on the weekend. Here's hoping.